Situated 15 kilometers from Ndola town is Jabulani Children's Village, whose aim is to empower and equip orphans and vulnerable children and help them secure a better future. The center is engaged in various agricultural activities such as poultry and piggery and gardening, besides the provision of other life-saving skills such as knitting, as Director Mary Soneka explains.
It was established in 1998 by missionaries who came from Denmark, and from that time Jabulani has been taking care of orphans and vulnerable children. We have been in existence for a long period of time, but when the orphanage was set up, we wanted to be self-sustaining, and we established some businesses in order for us to sustain the running of this place. And the businesses that we ventured in, it was dealing with timber products. We had a sawmill that we were running. We had a board factory as well as a furniture factory. But due to the shortages of raw materials, we couldn't continue sustaining the place with the businesses that we had. So the former bosses that we had, the missionaries who established this place, they had to leave. And then I had to partner with my friend, that is Mrs. Kalunga, Rhoda Kalunga, and we are the ones that are taking care of the children at this particular time. And for us to continue to run this place, we thought of maybe going into businesses again, but not dealing with the timber products as we did, but we thought of maybe going into farming so that we may try and support ourselves. At the moment, it has been very difficult because we have to establish ourselves to start running the businesses that we intend to do. And for us as an orphanage, our aim is to empower, to equip orphans and vulnerable children. Even as they are here, we want them to have a better future. We don't want to be that kind of an orphanage that will just look at the number of children that we have, but we believe in the quality of care that we can give to the children that we have in this organization.
Apparently, the center houses not less than 25 children, and plans to swell the numbers are underway.
Organization. And for us to try and do what we intend to do, that is the reason why we came up with the projects that we are running. But without resources, it has been very difficult for us to go at a larger scale in order for us to maintain the gardens as well as the chicken run. Our vision in terms of businesses, we want to have a bigger portion of maybe the area where we can grow vegetables, we can have the banana plantation, and also we do the piggery. We also want to do a chicken run at a large scale, and the resources that we'll be able to get from there, that is what we are going to use even to support the orphans that we have. In terms of the children, we want to continue with the same vision where we need to have about 7 houses and we'll have 70 children, and then the orphanage will be full. What we normally do is when children come, they will come from the age of 2 to 10. We'll be with the kids until they are 18. Some they can even go up to 19 depending with the situation of a child, because the cases are normally different depending on where they are coming from and the challenges that they are having. So this is what we are doing as an orphanage.
Margaret Zulu is the house mother at the center.
It is the duty of the mother to cook for the children when they are not around. But when they come back, they do help me, especially the bigger ones. We have a duty rota whereby it should be followed by each and everyone so that we teach them good morals, Zambian morals. We start at the age of 12 to start teaching them how to cook and clean it.
To continue with this vision, the center needs an olive branch from other stakeholders, as currently it is faced with a number of challenges that range from transport, food, among other necessities.
For those who would want to partner with us, we can call you to come on board. We have a lot of challenges that we are facing as an orphanage. The first challenge that we have, it is the school bus which has broken down. Looking at where we are, it's 15 kilometers to town, and for us to take the children to town every day, it has been a challenge if we do not have transport. Currently, we are operating without transport. Then we also face challenges when it comes to school requirements as well as school fees for the children. Not only that, they live in a home setup and they need also food. So this is the other area that people will be able to come in and they will be able to help us with those needs that we have, even as we are working hard to try and establish ourselves. But before we do that, we would need people who will be able to come in and who will be able to help us as an orphanage. Currently, we have 25 children, and the youngest that we have is 8 years old, and the eldest is 19. So these are the kids that we have.
We are just asking for the well-wishers to come and help us with the food of the children, materially, financially, anything which they can help us with, we can really appreciate. Because sometimes it becomes a challenge for us to have food on the table for the children.
Children have also shared their sentiments.
We have our mothers, our house mothers, who help us with different tasks like when you come at this place, we have them, they help us in terms of house chores. They teach us so many things, and as well as sewing. If you never had any skills, you actually have some. And we also have the directors, that is Auntie Rhoda and Sonega. These are the people that we go to when we want school things, school requirements. They are the people that we go to. They are the people that provide them for us. Yes. We, the children of nowadays, are the future generation. And if you help us when it comes to our education, in sponsoring our school fees and the transport that we have difficulties in reaching our various schools in town. If you help us, it would be a very good thing.
When it comes to sleeping, we mix them up. We don't put the same age group, but we mix them so that the bigger ones can be helping the young ones how to take care of their things.
The sewing school was set up with the sole purpose of providing a skill to the children. Regardless of their gender, each child is allowed to come to the sewing school where they are being taught skills like knitting and sewing, because we do understand as an organization that not every child can make it academically speaking. So we wanted to provide a skill even for them, so that at least if they leave Jabulani, they will have a skill in sewing and in knitting. And we've seen some of the children that have already passed through Jabulani Children's Village, how this skill has helped them even to support themselves when they are out there.
The director recalls how vibrant and helpful the clinic was to the area and the entire community of Sakanya.
We used to run the clinic. This clinic, it was servicing the workers that we used to have in this area. And when everything was well, we had about 78 workers on the payroll. We also had those who were like contractors who were working in the bush. They were coming to the clinic together with their families, and this was a huge relief on the Sakanya clinic. But the time that we closed the clinic, it was like a lot of patients, they had to go to Sakanya. But while Jabulani was working, we had people from the community where we were offering under 5 clinics. We were also offering family planning even for the community, and we discovered that a lot of people who were coming from areas that are very far from Sakanya clinic, they used to find it very easy to come to this place to bring their children for under 5 clinics as well as family planning.
Hopefully, many will extend an olive branch to the center and help in putting up a smile on the faces of the current and potential children here. Jabulani, the center of hope.
Jabulani.